Hello, it's Stephen Downey here, one of the two artists on Wailing Heights, our body hopping musical adventure game. So this very short time lapse video is basically when art goes wrong. So you've seen some of the previous time lapse that John had made, and I think that was one of the first environments that we actually that we finished. So a lot of the style was sort of based around the cemetery images, which you just saw that I had pulled up for reference. So I was sort of drawing some of these. There's going to be lots of cool locations and stuff. But also, as you're going through Wailing Heights, the town, there'll be a few just odd houses scattered about that you probably can't get into, but just to make it feel a bit more homely. So I started drawing these houses. Maybe spent say a few hours drawing these. This is like 4,000 times sped up. So I've gone through the effort of sort of drawing these sort of standard little houses, going through the whole colouring scheme, and sort of playing about just to try and get some extra assets that we can use to fill out the town. Yep, coloured in every window. So this is I drew them all. I drew all the line work in Manga Studio, which unfortunately I forgot to record. But you'll see me here colouring and using just Photoshop, Adobe Photoshop. So I think I do have a second screen that you can't see. But the second screen on the left had John's images for reference, sort of style reference. You can see already that I didn't do my flats properly, and they were quite jaggedy around the edge. I made the mistake of having a white background when I'm doing white middle layers, so I had to go around all the edges there, as you can see, and trim it up, which it doesn't take too long, but it's a bit of a pain whenever you think of drawing something and all of a sudden it has all these white lines around it. So yep, here we go. I'm pasting it into the scene just to see how it matches and playing around with the colours. And I sort of realised, okay, flip it doesn't quite fit perspective wise, but it's we can make it fit somewhere in the game. And then I scaled it up so the doors are the same size, and I've skimmed past here, but it just looked awful. So I basically I drew zoomed out, and just the line work and everything just looked really blobby compared to John's. Especially after I'd said to John that don't try to put too much details in there and keep it all nice. But obviously he did this really detailed, amazing scene, and it looked really gorgeous. So I had to sort of match this style to keep it, well, it was really nice work. So we are trying to make the best game I can. So you see, I went in, and instead of just a few lines for the windows, went in here with sort of uber details. So a lot more detailed windows, and I thought, I may as well just draw every brick as I go along, which in retrospect wasn't really a great idea there. Yeah, again the door, instead of just having one big blobby door, had to go in and draw every single window, every single line, and every single grain of wood as you go along. And I thought this was sort of going well, and then you'll see in a few seconds I just stopped and went. I probably spent another half a day drawing these bricks. And it was, this is rubbish, scrap it all. So I scrapped the whole thing. I kept a few windows. I kept the windows and kept the doors, which is stretched out for perspective, and just completely started again. So this is sort of the next day. And you see, I've completely changed the style. It was just, the previous ones had just looked like terrace houses you would see in some town somewhere. Didn't quite fit the whole aesthetic and the whole cool looking vibe we were going, the whole weird and wonderful vibe we were going for. It just looked really dull and plain. So I completely redesigned. Again, I forgot to record the sketch part, but this is me in again. So this is me a day and a half later, basically at the same stage I was when this video started. Just trying to get, there's a few more designs, but just trying to get a sort of standard house that we could sort of copy and paste around, and copy paste and tweak around the town. So again, sort of following on from what John was doing, lots of wood grains, lots of sort of exaggerated, but really very nice details in there. Oh, this was another pain trying to get these tiles on the roof right. I really should just sometimes you need to think I'll wait until I get the design just right and I'm really happy, instead of starting to do your finishing colours whenever you're maybe not really happy with what you're done. And so I ended up spending far too long on the rubbish looking houses, whenever I should have just spent half an hour redesigning the whole house until I was really happy, and then applying the colours and inks. It's finally getting somewhere now. I think we are going to tweak these colours as we go along. I think these houses are mostly flat images in the game. But there we go. This is basically a day and a half just to get to where I was at the start of the previous day, when art goes wrong.